What's up, you guys, and welcome back to our channel. It's Friday and I'm ready to jam. It's Friday, you guys, and welcome back to our channel. Whew. Let's just go ahead and do a deep breath of sigh, release all of that energy from the week, whether it's good or bad. Well, not necessarily good energy, but release all the negative energy, all the tension. Like, really just go ahead and just release it. Just go ahead and woosah. We have made it to the end of the week, and I know that some people may have thought that they probably couldn't have made it, but guess what? We made it. So I hope that you guys have had a wonderful week. I know that I have had a trying week. I'm not going to say that it was bad, but it was very trying this week. If you saw my Transparent Tuesday video, I was going through a little bit, and then on Wednesday, Tuesday night, coming into Wednesday, my mom gets hospitalized, so it's just been like. But one good thing about working in private practice and working for yourself, you're able to be there for family when family needs you the most. So I will say that I have been consumed with running with her, but she's fine, she's good, she's back at home, and we are just trying to finish out the week. So I just wanted to come on here and just really just during this week, I've noticed a few things that I want to talk to you guys about. Like, I've been back and forth between the hospital from Wednesday and Thursday. She was just released on Thursday, so I've been back and forth. I really haven't been able to do much. I just been back and forth from my private practice to seeing clients to being with her. So I know that last week I said that I was going to do some marketing and stuff, but all that was put on hold when my mom got when she was placed in the hospital. But nonetheless, she is great. She's doing fine. She's acting like a big old baby today. But my brother is with her. So while you can still still be there for your parents, because I know that at some point in time they may not be here. So while you are yet still able to, spoil them and just be with them, okay? So that's kind of what I did this week. And that is a blessing, because I was able to be there for her, and I didn't have to ask anybody, could I go? It was just like, okay, well, your mom's in the hospital, blah, 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 this. Okay, let me see if somebody can come sit with her while I go see this patient and come right back. And luckily, we're in Alexandria. So Alexandria, the hospital is really not that far from my office, probably 5 or 6 minutes. And so it's just like, could somebody sit with her for this hour while I go see the patient and come back? So it was able to work itself out. And thankfully, I did not have that many patients this week. So I think God kind of had a play in that as well. He was just like, we're not going to see that many people this week anyway, so you can be there for your mom, and you don't have to actually reschedule your own patients. So worked itself out, and everything is better today. I'm not gonna say it's great just yet, but it's better. But nonetheless, I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk to you guys about actually being yourself, okay? Being yourself, and actually just not switching up or not trying to change for somebody, or try to change yourself for this outlook that you think that a therapist should be, or whoever. Like, if you're a therapist, or if you are whatever kind of business owner that you are, it's like sometimes we try to switch up, because it's almost like you want to be this well put together person, and you want to have this image, but it's like that's not who you really are. And so that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about being yourself, and I also want to talk about knowing when it's okay to suspend a client or actually let a client go. I actually encountered that this week too as well, where I actually put a client on suspend. And I also want to talk to you guys about something that I wrote on Instagram back in 2018. September 2018, I wrote this post on Instagram, and I'm going to tell you how it came to pass 10 days later, okay? So first up, just really, you guys, just be yourself, okay? When you're going into this whole private practice thing, or when you're going into whether you want to make YouTube videos, whether you want to make podcast, like whatever it is that you want to do, and you hear these other people where they're so well put together, where they're so well mannered, where they look like this certain image, and you're like, I have to conform to them. And it's like, what I'm learning is no. Be yourself, be who you are, just be your authentic self, because people are going to gravitate to realness. You know, people are going to want to know the realness. People are going to want to gravitate you towards you because they can identify with you. Like, you're not this magical being, which people try to put therapists, especially health professionals, on this pedestal, like we're this magical being and like we don't go through anything. In actuality, we do. That's why I come on here and I tell you guys about my struggles, and if my patients find it, sure, cool, y'all can find it, because y'all see that I actually struggle too. Like, I am just who I am, and I'm going to attract the people who are going to actually appreciate me for who I am. I speak broken English sometimes, and that's okay. All right? You know, so I'm not the most prim, proper person in the world, and that's okay. Like, that's just who I am. Like, so, and if the client, and understand, like, being yourself, and if that client does not want to come to you because of whatever flaws or whatever you think you may have, that's cool. That's not your client, and be okay with that. They need to go to somewhere else, because honestly, you may not have been able to help them at all anyway. Trust me, your perfect client who is going to accept you for who you are, and who is going to be like, oh my God, I understand her, she gets me, they're going to come. Trust. In this mental health field, there is not a shortage of clients. If we actually be real with ourselves, there's not a shortage of clients. They just have to find you, and you just have to put yourself out there. So that's my spiel. And especially with my videos, because at first I was like making these YouTube videos and just making videos in general. Like, I wanted to be more prim, proper, put together, not sing my little silly song in the beginning. And it's just like, that's not me. So I just had to be me. And so people have actually come in and be like, oh my God, I love how you start your videos and your energy. And like, I made a video for this other social work group that I'm in. I don't want to... It's Social Work Connect, but it's with some students. I cannot think of the name right now. Please forgive me, because I know she actually... Please forgive me, Miss Taylor, because I know she actually subscribed to this YouTube channel. But, like, when I made my video for them, like, I actually did a little number, like, you know, good afternoon. I think I said that or something like that. And, like, they were just like, your energy is so contagious, and they love the energy that I give. And it's just like... I realized in that moment, like, just be yourself. Like, that's all I have to do, is just be myself, and trust that the clients and whomever, like, the judgment of whatever, like, we are in a society where people judge you so much, and it's just like, I don't care. I'm just going to be my silly self, okay? Know that I'm silly, but know that I'm educated all in the same time. I'm human, all right? So that's that. Be yourself with whatever you're trying to do. Do not switch up. Do not change for anybody. Yes, you will grow, but don't just change because you think that you see somebody else and this is how you think that you should look. And in actuality, no, just be yourself. Okay? So be yourself with that. Coming up, next up, as we go and transition to the next up, you guys, what I want to talk about is clients, and actually sometimes putting your clients, talking to them about actually holding off on services, or if, like I like to call it, putting them on suspension or suspending services until things get settled. Like, we all know that with therapy, you have to come on a consistent basis, okay? Like, you can't just do a drop in, I'm gonna come this week, or I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna come 3 weeks later, or whatever it is. Like, you know, therapy service has got to be on a regular and consistent basis, or else it's not going to work as good as we would want it to be. And so this week, what I'm learning, and I am actually starting to put into place with my clients, is actually where I see that they are rescheduling more than normal, or either they're just not no-showing altogether. So what I'm doing, for one, as a clinician, I know that it's not really, therapy is not really serving its true purpose. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at that. is the client actually being beneficial for therapy services? Like, are they really gaining something out of it? I am a clinician. If you're not moving forward and you're not gaining anything from it, well, we need to find you somebody else that can actually help you. That means that I can't necessarily help you. Let's find somebody else that can help you, because I want you to get help. I just don't want you to come see me time after time after time and you're not getting anything from it. You know, I'm more than just a check kind of clinician. I really want to see my clients make it. I really want to see them move forward and do better. So, you know, so for one, I got to look at your therapeutic process. Is it really helping? And so if it's not, we need to look at it. And then after a clinician, I'm also a businesswoman. So, and I'm really learning how to be more assertive with my business standpoint of things, because a lot of times I just be like, oh no, it's okay. And, you know, and I'm missing out on the end. Like, this is a two-way street. Like, I'm helping you, and I also have to be able to get paid from this type of services. And so if you have a client that's constantly no-showing, that's constantly rescheduling at the last minute, like, that slot could be used for somebody else. So I have to think about that too. And so this week the client had a lot going on, and there was a lot of different transitionings, and for the last 5 months, like, it's just been a lot of no shows or late cancellations. And I was just like, hey, look, I've been thinking about it. I think that maybe we should suspend services right now for a while until things get settled. And the client came back and they were like, okay, I understand. And it's like, you know, because I don't want them to think that therapy does not work. Because they can, you know, clients can get any kind of thought process in their head. And I don't want them to be like, you know, I've been going to therapy. And that's the first thing that people will say. I've been going to therapy for 5 or 6 months. And they'll be like, I've been going to therapy for 5 or 6 months and it's not working. But then it's like, you got to be like, well, how often do you go? Oh, I only went once in 1 month. Then next month I probably went twice. And it's just like the inconsistent in services. And I don't want them to be like, well, therapy did not work for me. And in actuality, you didn't even get therapy a full potential chance to actually work. Now I'm describing therapy to people as in, like, when you take antibiotics. That's the best analogy that I can give people. Like, a doctor can give you antibiotics for 10 days, right? And the doctor tells you to take all the antibiotics for the full 10 days. And so some people start taking the antibiotics. They take it regularly because they're sick and they need it and they want to feel better. So some people can take it, and by the 5th day they start feeling better. So what you do when you start feeling better? Chunk the antibiotics and you don't take it. So what you done, you done prematurely stop your antibiotics, and that runs the risk for the virus or whatever it is to actually come back because you did not successfully complete the whole treatment. And that's the same way it is with therapy. And that's actually how I try to now explain to people, and I'm being more direct in the initial assessments. And I'm telling people, you know, like, I have a new person that's possibly coming tomorrow, and I'm telling them, look, hey, we need about 8 sessions off the top. Give me about 8 sessions, and then we can 8 weekly sessions at that, and then we can think about once you get to the 8 weeks and measure your progress, and if we need to decrease to twice a month, or if we need to continue with the once a week for a while, you know. And it's just like, I'm just telling them, this is my game plan, and this is what I'm realizing, that I actually need to be more assertive upfront. Not just that with the therapy sessions, when people get in here and telling them doing the initial assessment, I'm also requesting their insurance card and their ID before they even come see me. Because now, and I know a lot of people gonna be like, you should have been doing that, and I should have. But I had this ideal in my head, was like, people gonna only think that I'm after money if I ask for what kind of insurance card do they have. And it's like, I had to change my way of thinking, because in actuality, I need to know their insurance card. I need to know their benefits, because if they come to me and I wait to contact their insurance card, first of all, I can run the risk. It's always going to fall back on me. It's not going to fall back on the client. Let me say that. I run the risk of their insurance not being good. And so guess what? That means that they can't pay me or whatever. And then I run the risk of, which I've been encountering a lot, with people having high deductibles. And people need to know what their payment is. Like, some people deductibles are high, and some people, like, some people have to pay for services out of pocket until their deductible is met. And so it's like, people need to know that. People need to know, am I going to pay my $25 copay, or am I going to pay a $125 fee? Or either not necessarily $125. I have to pay the contracted rate that I actually get from your insurance provider. Like Blue Cross down here, like, they'll pay us $112. So it's like, they need to know that they have to pay that $112, and that's going to affect how they have services. And now I'm coming to grips, and I'm totally okay with that. Like, look, you have to pay $112 out of pocket until your deductible is met. And some people have $5,000 and $6,000 deductibles. $112 ain't nothing. It's not like it. That can be a lot of money for us Alexandria folks down here, Alexandria, Louisiana people. And I understand that, coming from a budget person standpoint. Like, people have to add this into their budgets, and I get it. So now I need to be able to let them know, hey, look, this is what it is, and we can move. How do you want to? And I let them know, how do you want to move forward? You know. FIL, and so, all of that. But that's me growing as a businesswoman. That's not necessarily me growing as a therapist. I'm a therapist and I'm a businesswoman all at the same time. Okay, that's what I'm learning. So I want to give y'all a little tidbit in this before I go. All right, you guys. So I was scrolling through Instagram this morning, and somebody had liked the old post that I had posted on Instagram. And so I went to go and see, like, what it was, because it wasn't anything recently. And I realized the post was on September the 20th, 2018. And it was a meme that At The Real BB Judy had posted. And so I had screenshotted the meme, and I had went and I posted it on my page, and I gave some feedback from it, right? So if y'all want to go and follow the post, go to Instagram, and my Instagram name is @thebudgettherapist. So it's look, I was gonna say @thebudgettherapist.com, but no, it's the budget therapist. That's my Instagram handle, right? So the meme says, it came from, like I said, you'll see the post. It's back in ooh, you guys, I'm tripping this morning. September the 20th, 2018. So the meme says, starting a business is the easiest part. Operating it, making it profitable, learning leadership skills, managing people, going through the emotional roller coaster of cash flow, and then trying to have a relationship as well. Pause. Yes, starting the business is the easy part. Okay, like, starting the business is the easy part, but making sure that the business is operating, making sure that it's profitable, making sure that you know skills as a leader, as a manager, the emotional roller coaster of cash flow. A lot of people talk about, this is why this channel was created, so that y'all can see the good, the bad, and the ugly behind entrepreneurship. Starting the business, we get these ideas. Yes, it's easy. It's great. Starting the business is easy. But making it profitable, learning your leadership skills, dealing with proper customer services, dealing with insurance companies, in my case, that's a lot to learn, okay? So this was September 2018, right? So here's what I put afterwards, because I had wrote something on it. I put facts. Getting the LLC and decorating my office was the easy and exciting part. When, as therapists, what we see is we're going to get our, we get excited. I'm going to get my office. Oh my God, I'm going to decorate. We get so excited about decorating, and then we get so excited about the headshots. Oh yes, we just in it. That's the easy part. So getting getting my LLC, which is easy. I want to say that for people who are trying to get an LLC, that is the easy part. Decorating my office was easy and exciting. Yes. And then I go into what I really feel. I put, for some strange reason, I just thought clients would fall into my lap and insurance company would pay my rate. I put on the claim. I also thought that insurance companies would pay in a timely manner. I thought for sure I would be able to leave my 9-to-5 job this year, December 2018. I wrote this in September 2018. Follow me if you will. I thought for sure I would be able to leave my 9-to-5 job this year in December 2018 and become a full-time entrepreneur and move back to Alexandria, Louisiana to be with my family. You're right. This is how God works. And then I goes on to say, I thought accepting Medicaid clients was the noble and right thing to do and that Medicaid would pay my full rate. A laughing emoji. Almost a year later, and boy have I learned some difficult lessons. The insurance companies took longer than expected to approve my application. That put me back about 4 months from opening. During these 4 months, I became discouraged and unsure if this is something I truly should do. I became a little depressed and unsure. I began to question myself and really ask if this was truly something God wanted me to do. But with the grace, God carried me through this period. So at about month 6 of me opening, clients are coming in slowly, and I'm working my magic as a therapist. But then the harsh reality set in that Medicaid will only pay me a third of my rate that I charge my clients. Bruh. Then Medicaid has the audacity to deny my claims, and they are unsure why they are denying them. I went through that as yes. I called into the insurance company several times, and the rep states, I am not sure why your claims are being denied. After waiting 4 weeks for payments, that was after waiting 4 weeks for payments just to get a denial letter. Y'all, at this point, I'm literally about to scream. So I decided to hire a biller. Because if I don't, I would probably end up in jail for fighting the insurance representative. Just being honest. So now that I have a biller on board, you would think I would get my payments in time. Nope. She's having problems with the insurance companies too. The insurance companies are sending out payments here and there. So for the first 6 to 7 months of having my office, I have been paying all of my bills out of my business savings account. Thank God I had saved up money before trying to open my practice. So I totally agree with the meme. Starting/decorating my office/taking photos was the easy part. I wrote this on September 2018. September the 20th, 2018. It's the reason why I'm bringing this up, and the reason why I'm actually sharing this, why it was so profound to me today, is because, like, to give y'all context, like, I had my private practice back in, I got my office, I want to say, back in 2017. Yes, I got my office in August of 2017, and I thought I was going to start seeing patients at the beginning of 2018, but I didn't. Okay? So, this is why I was going into detail about the first 6 months, because I didn't start seeing clients until my private practice. I had the office about August 2017. I didn't start seeing people until about March 2018. Get that time frame. And I wrote this in September of 2018. Now, because I had the vision that I would quit. I always had the vision that I would quit my job in December. That was always what God had gave me. The idea for me to quit my job in December of 2018 and go full-time in 2019. But that was under the assumptions that I had paid off my student loans. Like, I had all this worked out, this plan. God said December 2018, but I added to the vision, having my student loans paid off, having this paid off, having that paid off. Well, I didn't see on September 2018, my student loans are still not paid off. I didn't see it, so I was like, I'm going to continue another year at my job. I wrote this on September 20th, 2018. This is how God works. September 20, 11 days later, what happened. I ended up getting into it with my the reason why I left. I think I shared that with you guys. But the reason why I really left, me and I had like this kind of like disagreement with management, and that was God pushing me out the door. So this was written on September 20th, 2018. October 1st, 2018, I put in my letter of resignation. Do you see how God works, you guys? Do you see how his plan will come, whether or not you think it will come to pass? I wrote this on September the 20th, 2018, and shortly 11 days later, I'm writing a letter of resignation. And on September 2018, I wrote this. October 1st of 2018, I put in my letter of resignation. 11 days. I did not really see that I was going to put in my letter. I did not see that on September 20th. I really did not see that. But God saw more. And guess what? It is March 2019. I still have my student loan. I still have my student loan. I still have a house note. I still have all these bills that I had. And guess what? I'm still surviving. So I wanted to share this with you guys and say that when you're operating in God's will, he will move you. He will move you, and be okay with him moving you. Okay? So that's kind of all I have today. So I wanted to just go ahead and share that with you guys. Today's video is a little bit longer than I really wanted it to be. I wanted to try to keep up with the whole 15 minutes, but I could not because I had a lot to share with you guys today. But nonetheless, I wanted to say, continue to have a great weekend, and I shall see you guys on Monday. Make sure you not Monday, but next Tuesday. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with those individuals who you think need to actually see this. And I actually hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys on Transparent Tuesday. Know that I love you, and you can't do anything about it. Bye-bye.